I've been hearing a lot of people complain about Smurfs lately in Rocket League. And as we go to free to play, this is only going to become more apparent. But I really wanted to take a second to show you guys exactly why Smurfs don't matter. They don't. Like, Smurfs are not going to ruin your day. So let me show you quickly here. We're going to create a graph here. This is on the bottom. This is your time. And then going on the top here, this is your progress. So let's go ahead and add in Rocket League ranks. So, starting off as a bronze and making your way up as a grand champ over time. That's the goal. Here's your progress. Here's your time. And we're going to draw a line here. And this line is like how most people feel like this is how Rocket League is supposed to work. You put in time and you get better, right? But everyone knows in reality, this is never how things work, right? So the majority of the games, what ends up happening is they go like this. You play some, and the top represents a good game. So you have a good game, you have a bad game, right? When you have those bad games, you go back a little bit. You have another good game, you have a bad game, you have a good game, you have a bad game. And so, some games are better. Like, some games are out here, you crush it. You score like 6 goals or something. And then down here, maybe you get crushed a little bit. But for the most part, this is the way that the majority of the games go. You do progress over time. Maybe you go on a winning spree like this, and then you go on a losing spree. But you eventually do end up progressing. Now, what does happen, though, and I want to show, is you have some anomalies. Like, sometimes you get a few games up here that are really good, and some down here that are terrible. Now, there are times where you'll get Smurfs, and those Smurf games are like, you get crushed, right? And occasionally you get a few Smurf games. And you know what, guys? There's also some games where you are absolutely playing out of your mind and crushing. And those are the games where you're getting your clips, right? And so the thing here, some of them might be way up here. Maybe you hit the best goal of your life, right? And some of them, maybe you're just getting completely destroyed. But the thing is, what most people do when they're done playing Rocket League is they only remember this. And they also only remember this, right? And so this is what happens, is they think, oh man, last week I was killing it. Like, I was getting all these clips, right? I was playing out of my mind. And I was, they just, all they remember are all these, right? I do it myself too. That's why you hear grand champs like, oh, I'm in a slump. And a lot of people will say, oh, I'm in a slump right now. But that's because they're only remembering this part of their gaming. And then other people, if they're getting crushed or playing poorly, or it's not happening all the time, but when it does happen, that sticks in your head, right? And so this is the part that people are remembering. And the thing is here is, if you want to rank up, you just got to put the time in. Now, there are smart, because when you're putting the time in, you're still progressing. Like, you're going to be going up some games, and then maybe you come back down. But as long as you're putting that time in, you are getting better at this game. That's why it's always important to just not to worry too much about your highs and lows and just focus on the consistency when you're playing Rocket League. And there are some things I do want to tell, like for the system. Not that many people know this, but if you're playing 3v3, so 3v3, okay, whenever you're playing 3v3, if you want to rank up, queue 2 people. If you're playing a 3v3 playlist, queue with 2 people. So if you have yourself and a buddy on, play in the 3v3 playlist. Don't play with 3. If you're just strictly looking to rank up, don't queue with 3 people. What ends up happening is you expose yourself to more of the smurfs when you are playing in a 3v3 playlist with 3 people. So if you're playing in a 2v2 playlist, this and you're on by yourself, that's just you, solo queue. So solo queue is for 2v2, and if you have 2 people on, queue, you and your buddy, queue at 3v3. You're going to lose less MMR when you lose, and you're not going to open yourself up to a lot of the smurfing opportunities. It's just the way that Psyonix's matchmaking works. So I just want to make this graphic really as well, just to show you guys, don't focus on the highs, don't focus on the lows. Keep the consistency going, and you guys will make it to Grand Champ over time. So everyone gets there differently. Some people take, a few thousand hours. Some people take 5,000 hours. Some people, they get there in a few hundred hours. Everyone's different, but I can guarantee you, if you are feeling like you're running into smurfs a lot, the reason probably is the way that you're queuing, first of all, and secondly, just they don't matter. Forget the smurfs. If you do get them occasionally, focus on your consistency. You're gonna get better.